Let's go, guys. We have another Age of Empires 4 casted game. In the color blue playing as John Dark is HuangADC. And in the color yellow playing as the Order of the Dragon. Where are his villagers going? It's Corvinus. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires 4 casted game. If you are enjoying those, don't forget to give a like and subscribe to watch more Age of Empires 4 content. I'm planning to have content every single day. The problem is I just got sick a few days ago. I was like having a little fever, then the little fever turned into a really big fever, and then yeah, I'm still in recovery. But so maybe a little bit bad from my throat during these videos. The thing is, Chinese New Year is coming, and usually what do they do in Chinese New Year? I know in the West they don't do much, but here in China, most families will travel to their hometown. You know, in China, they usually... Oh my god, that feels bad. He lost a lot of sheep. Well, anyway, most families will travel to their hometown, and basically, you know, they will spend like 1 week or 2 weeks with their family there. And because China is usually a place where people move a lot, like it's think of it like Europe, where, well, I've never been to Europe, but I can imagine that transportation between the countries is quite good. Like, it's very easy, it's not that expensive. And in China you have a lot of trains, high-speed trains. The planes are really cheap. Like, even to travel to another province with a plane is like $30 or something like that during this season. So it's really good. It's really good. So most likely there will be some, you know, some time off from the computer these days, which I cannot predict. That's why I'm gonna record some videos before going into the Chinese New Year. So it's a little bit of a bad timing. A little bit of a bad timing because usually, you know, because I'm sick, I need to record these videos, and at the same time I need to record many before Chinese New Year. That's the thing. It's usually a saying, like, my dad always liked to say to me, like, usually when bad things happen, they happen all at once. Like you're, for example, you're back economically, then you suddenly get bad health, then relationships go bad. It's like all the things at the same time. You feel like, oh, why me? This is one of those situations where it's like, oh, I need to rush this, but I'm sick. But, you know, it's unfortunate. But we gotta keep those casted games coming, for sure. And Corvinus already putting a tower here, meaning he won't have much military yet to defend. And John Dark just aging up with 2 villagers, a peasant and not a normal peasant. So I'm curious to see how this matchup goes, just because it's one of the matchups that... Oh my god, 2 towers here. It's one of those matchups where it's a little bit hard for me to play as Order of the Dragon, just because you need to be very defensively, but you don't have the economy as the Holy Roman Empire to, you know, just go castle age really fast and then take it from there. Still a little bit slower in terms of economy. So it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky because you don't want to fight John Dark in the Feudal Age, just because she will get level 3, John Dark, and then it's just gonna be really hard for you to deal with her. It's not impossible. Like, she has a lot of health, a lot of range armor. It's really hard to deal with. So I'm really curious how Corvinus will play out this one. So, you know, with the Mainware Palace, not going for the Archon Chapel, just because it looks like the economic bonus of the Archon Chapel is not gonna be enough for, you know, choose that landmark over this one. Just like I said before, the economic bonuses for the Order of the Dragon are not as good, and also they feel really slow. when you play with them, it's like everything takes time. Everything's like a villager takes time to build. Military takes time to train, so it feels really slow. But with time, I think it's very very strong. Like John Dark will get some experience for the boar. Can you actually collect the boar here? Looks like you can. Like it's gonna be a little bit tricky here, but like the knight already found a place to harass. Gonna be here. Corvinus will be forced to go back to his base. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any spearman to deal with this. Not a single spearman to deal with this knight here. Another knight. We'll try to harass here in the outpost. I was thinking about a silly strategy that I don't know if it will work, but what if like your opponent is playing very defensively, you know, have outposts and everything. What if you just create scouts to use them as bait and you just rush with the knights? You know, you just rush there and let the scouts die, but by the time the knights, you know, by the time the knights are already here, probably you may get a villager or two. So that way you don't need to go back, because the tower will attack your knights and potentially deal a lot of damage there. Corvinus trying to get the boar next to his base, but it looks like the boar is like, nah, I don't feel like going to so far. Like the villagers, we managed to grab the boar here. Gotta be very careful here. Already have some archers in place. Let's take a look at John Stark's base. One archer range. One sable. So it looks like it's gonna play a little bit longer in the feudal age. We have a blacksmith already, so looks like Corvinus not really interested in fighting feudal. He already have enough food to age up. He just need a little bit more gold. No military, actually. No military into Castle Age. That's really risky. It's like, I don't need military, I only need those towers. But at least they are upgraded. You know, these are quite strong. They actually do 11 damage, which means a knight, even a knight, will take like 8 damage per hit. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Looks like Corvinus will age up with that Regnis Cathedral in the back of his base. So far, no military units for Corvinus. He's just playing one scout. At least his scout is alive. Take a look at where his scout is. Just chilling here. And now with that Regnis Cathedral, then John Dark in level 3 is not so much of an issue, because you have access to crossbows and, you know, better units, so you can deal with her. But you don't want to fight her in the feudal age. It's gonna be so hard. A lot of villagers still gathering gold. Question is, will Corvinus want to go Imperial? Or will he just stay in Castle Age fighting? Because it's a little bit risky at the moment. Your opponent has 14 military units and you have not even a single military production building. So it's gonna be really risky for you. Age up completed. Looks like he's gonna go for the knights. It's gonna be the Giga Chat Knight. Come on, give it to me. Gilded Knight. A couple of them. Casual stuff here. Gilded Knight already here. Villagers gonna torch that ram down. Looks like another ram will be built here for John Dark. Let's see how Corvinus managed to take down this army of 17 infantry units against... Well, technically there's like... He will have like 4. Each one of them takes 2 space, so... Let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure John Dark still very far away from aging up. You have the boar here, so a nice food resource you can have. But he's gonna go for a castle here. There's a lot of villagers on stone. Is he gonna upgrade his... Is he gonna upgrade the outpost? At this point I feel like he can just go there. Knight goes down. The Giga Chat Knight, it's there. 400 HP, 5 range armor, 36 damage. Fortified outpost coming here. Emergency repairs gets called, so it's gonna leave another day, looks like. How long? 12 seconds. Just gonna be very close. Oh my god, and that didn't work very well for John Dark. I guess he forgot about the emergency repairs. More Gilded Knights. Here, let's see the relics. No prelates on the field yet. That's all you need. Just Gilded Knights. Gilded Knights, it's all you need. Look at that, so much damage. So much damage from the Gilded Knights. Oh my god, one Gilded Knight went down. That surely felt bad. But looks like the French army is gonna go down back to 10 military units. And even John Dark is dead. That's all you need. One guy against 5 units. Perfectly balanced. This is a really strong unit. Spearman gonna go down. Looks like this knight is gonna take down all of those units. No problem, mate. No problem. Like, it's gonna go back. Potentially he can use the prelates to heal them. They get too low HP. No prelates yet on the field. Meanwhile, John Dark still have more production buildings and still haven't been able to cause damage here. Meanwhile, your opponent is in Castle Age and you have pretty much the same military population. In fact, I will say the Order of the Dragon has more, just because the army value is just greater. More rams being built. I'm not sure if that's gonna work. Not totally sure of it, but he managed to take down the outpost. Somehow I missed that one. Like more Gilded Knights. +1 melee armor for the units. It looks like Man-at-Arms will join the field. Man-at-Arms such a strong unit to have. Especially when your opponent is in Feudal Age. He doesn't have really any counter to that. These Man-at-Arms are quite tanky. Let's see if he will upgrade those Man-at-Arms first. Wheelbarrow. Just getting in there for Corvinus. Like more and more rams. That's a lot of resources. If he doesn't manage to push here, it's just gonna be really hard for him. Like this gold is gonna run out soon. The next gold vein is not so far from his base, so he's pretty in a very good spot so far. Now comes the ram push. The problem is, do you have enough military units to support this? Probably you do. 5 knights, 4 horsemen, 21 spearmen. You got everything everything that the doctor recommend you have here. Emergency repairs will get called soon for this one, I'm pretty sure of it. And looks like this is your time. Not even emergency repairs will be able to protect this outpost. And now Corvinus in a really tough spot. Just in the matter of a couple of minutes, he managed to build up his army from 10 to 47 units. Is he going for the landmarks? Looks like he's going for the landmarks. Landconnect gonna get called here. But looks like the barracks is gonna go down. Oh, the Gilded Knights will go out, take down those rams. But there are a lot of spearmen here. You gotta be careful with that. There's 28 spearmen. There's nothing you can do about this. And now the first landmark will go down. Corvinus, in a desperate attempt to just build a keep as soon as possible. Looks like the Gilded Knights will take down those rams. Another ram's gonna be built here. And a keep. The keep is there. Have a relic inside. John Dark gets down. The problem is emergency repairs can be called here. That would be terrible for John Dark. If emergency repairs gets called, it's gonna be a really tough spot for him. Corvinus losing more villagers. Only 3 so far. And with those Gilded Knights actually trying to defend the best he can. Prelate's actually healing the Gilded Knights. Looks like the rams will go down. And John Dark in a desperate attempt to take down all the landmarks from Corvinus gets pushed back just by a single keep. And just a bunch of Gilded Knights. And now take a look at the army. Just back to equal numbers. But the problem is your opponent is already in Castle Age. And this base is completely unraidable. Is he gonna go Imperial? That's a lot of food for sure. Like the Prelate will go down. Those are a lot of spearmen. Looks like the Gilded Knight don't care about the spearmen. You do like almost 40 damage each. Like another Prelate will grab the relic. Actually, he's going for another one. Like, forget about that one. That's a good thing about the Order of the Dragon. You can have the Reckness Cathedral and just get so much gold from this. Now at this point, John Dark went back to the defensive state where instead of attacking his opponent, he's just trying to deny the relics. But looks like he doesn't have enough military numbers to deny those relics. Only 3 left. This one. Gonna go home. Gonna forget about those villagers. Potentially try a wall, although you never know if it's gonna work or not. But in the meantime, Palahon Suabia is being called by Corvinus. This is gonna be way ahead when it comes to the villager count in a matter of minutes. He just needs to survive. Like, villagers go down here in this side of the map. Villagers actually a very disposable resource. Who needs villagers when you have people of the Suabia? This landmark, if you don't know what it does, I will show you soon. 8 seconds to get a villager. 8 seconds. Defensive wall low here. Looks like John Dark will go back. Gonna be having the Royal Institute, but the problem is he only has 8 knights. So far, only 8 knights. gold is gonna run out. Still have some gold here. Looks like he will want to fight in the castle age.
Bereit für die nächste Aufgabe. Ich weiß, was ich tue.
Another relic coming home. I will be the third one. 2 more to come. They are in the middle of the map, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to get. At this point, just Corvinus needs a lot of wood, have a lot of production, get his farms going. Just at this point, he doesn't have like anything, right? Look at this base, it's like nothing. Whereas his opponent base is like has some decent production. He didn't go for a second TC, and probably that's gonna be an issue if this game goes longer. I'm gonna get a special upgrade. Somehow, like, will add the bleed damage to all those Lankenek. At that halberd. It's funny because I just learned the word halberd in Chinese is ge. And you know, it's funny, but like why I learned this word at the beginning of my learning journey is because it's one of the components for the word I, which is very common, right? And it's like a finger combined with a halberd, and that means me, right? It's something like that. It's really interesting. No more barracks coming up for Corvinus. Looks like it's gonna be a Lankenek only fight.
Bin bereit zu einem Befehl.
At the Trier, also being called for John Dark. Military numbers still in favor of him. The problem is you need more than rams to push into this base. Just because of emergency repairs makes it so hard for you to push into the opponent's base. If you don't do damage, you're losing a lot of resources. Also, veteran spearman coming soon. Second keep to protect the gold vein. Like these relics, still uncontested. It's like all the villagers get called here. It's gonna go all in. What's this? Have you forgot you have emergency repairs? He's doing a YOLO, guys. He's doing it. No one's here. Only this guy. He doesn't want to cooperate. No one's here. This is a dead town. He's doing a YOLO. John Dark, actually level 3. How many rams? Only 3 rams. I have a feeling you will need more than that. Villagers get cold at the same time. Wololo will come. Managed to take it down. Villagers not attacking the right unit, attacking the castle here. Villagers actually going fighting. Everyone goes fight here. What is this? What is this game? It looks like the town center will go down. The problem is there is a lot of military units for the Order of the Dragon, and John Dark taps out. Nice attempt. It was a really nice attempt coming from him. Corvinus showing off how he can defend using the Order of the Dragon against John Dark.